Hola, 'tis I, Alycia. How are you? Hope you're doing well. We're going to look into the case of Patrice Endres. I hope I'm saying that correctly. She was the owner of a hairstylist of Tambor's Trim and Tan Salon. She disappeared April 15th, 2004. Two regular customers arrived at the salon for their appointments, but Patrice was nowhere to be found. Her purse and keys were on the desk. Her car was parked at an odd angle in front of the salon. When customers noticed that the cash drawer was empty, they called 911 and the search for Patrice began. Patrice's husband, Rob, helped her purchase and remodel the salon, and he claims he loved her with all his heart. However, Patrice's son, family, and friends believe Rob was a jealous, possessive, and controlling guy, and Patrice was ready to divorce him. Rob had an airtight alibi, but he fell under suspicion because he knew Patrice's schedule and would have known that she would only be alone during a 13-minute window when the abduction took place. Police, family, friends searched the area for weeks and created a timeline based on Patrice's customers that day and her cell phone calls. They identified a narrow 13-minute window of time when the abduction took place. Months after she disappeared, a serial K, one of them, Jeremy Jones, confessed to abducting and taking Patrice off the Earth plane, but he later recanted his confession. 2 years after she vanished, Patrice's skeletal remains were found behind a church in Dawson Forest, Georgia, about 11 miles from her salon. This area is a notorious location where another serial K, Gary Hilton, disposed of a young female hiker. Hilton became a prime suspect, but evidence does not connect him to Patrice's demise. With several compelling suspects, investigators need someone with one clue or any vital information to help solve this baffling abduction and ending of Patrice's life. So, Patrice Endres disappeared April 15th, 2004. Let's see what we can find out. And I have to say, it's all alleged. My opinion, it's a reading of a card. So, all right, we have a male. Travel. Regret. She's outside. Law enforcement. Devil. Lies. An affair. Revenge. Fear. Death. Oh my goodness. SK, serial K. Then we have couple. We have evil. And we have a timeline issue. Well, this is certainly crazy town. All right, let's get out. Let's do some Mildred Payne first. Interesting. I just noticed I had these in here from my past reading, not included in the Mildred Payne deck. So, let's do it again. Let's get two more. Why not? Yeek. Busy bee, busy bee. Okay. Where do we start with all of this? Let's start here with the most curious one, because we have a frog and the scarab. The scarab, it's an eternal cycle, which would make sense because serial Ks are kind of on an eternal cycle until they get caught. But then we have the frog, disguise. Something unpleasant you may need to accept. Okay. So someone who keeps doing this, and it's definitely unpleasant. Nobody likes that. Okay, what's with the male then? Here. There's a male, and we have poppet in the sage. The poppet is manipulation. Okay, makes sense. And we have protection. Feeling like they're protected in here, but they manipulate the situation. So, alrighty. Now, I want to see here what this is about. She's ready to get a divorce, but here we're seeing something where there's a couple, and we also see an affair, which is interesting. So, Saturn, hardships in the relationship, and we have, what number is Acorn? 86. Future potential, growth, good luck. Okay. Problems in the relationship, but apparently not feeling like it's this bad. We have the comet and an affair. Catastrophe, turmoil, disaster, and strong emotions. Somebody had an affair. It was totally disastrous. It gets found out. Okay. That could be why she wanted to divorce, allegedly, in my opinion. I don't know. There's regret. We have the storm brewing. Turbulent times, danger, and we have Ankh, which is for life, as well as secret knowledge. There's some type of revenge here. Somebody has an affair, hoping to move forward. Somehow, this two people, hoping we can start over. Let's just keep moving forward. But a storm's a brewing here. There's revenge on somebody's mind. This is weird. Now we have lies, pitchfork, and the lighthouse together. The pitchfork is conflict, rebellion, and the lighthouse is strength to weather a storm. And what did we have here? A storm, revenge, lies. That's interesting. This is a puzzler. Okay, we have travel to the house and the candle. Candle, there's hope, there's life. And 28, we have family, safe place. We're traveling to a safe place or something about that. That could be about when she gets taken. We have the regret, 44 and 42. 42, fertility, magical combinations on the cauldron, and octopus entanglement. There's entanglement. That kind of ties over here with like affairs of the heart. Something's brewing. Regret is brewing because of this entanglement here. We have outside the key in the boot. The boot is about the travel. Okay. That said she was found outside behind a church in Dawson's Forest. So she's found outside and she was put there. Makes sense. And we have the key to resolving a mystery is outside there. Okay. What is this one? We have fear. And we have the spider and the eye. Somebody's bared witness to this with the eye and spider. Carefully designing one's life. This one's spinning a web. They're fearful that someone may have seen them do this, so they're spinning a web, which kind of goes over here, protection and creating their lies to go along with everything. Okay. We have evil. We know what that blood's about, but let's see. Mushroom, poor decisions, or a growing problem, but poor decisions, obviously. Now, what's the timeline issue? There's a protection of the timeline. 46. Protection from something. And we have a busy bee. A very busy bee protecting the timeline. Now that's, okay, that makes sense because that said that Bob had a airtight alibi, right? Bob had an airtight alibi. Now this is law enforcement. They're still, I would say this is to say that the bone in the shell, they're protecting, they're keeping details close to the case. They're still working on it. They haven't just like, forgotten about it. Now, we come here to the death card. We have conflicts, disputes, estrangement, cutting something or someone down to size. Oh my, estrangements or cutting someone down to size. And the bell, it's a warning. Okay. And then we have El Diablo here, which this is worrying to me because to see a chalice with the devil, there's a pressure, there's a timeline that we need to fit into. That's there. But then when with the chalice, it's like kind of ritualistic to me. Dreams or aspirations yet to be achieved. Toasting to good fortune, perhaps. Toasting, like how you would. Not saying this person did, obviously evil. Why do we have the serial killer coming up? We have an engagement ring. We have an engagement ring, we have the vibes, and we have the alarm clock. The engagement ring is a commitment. Protection. That is so weird. There's a commitment to... She's not committed to a serial killer. Come on now. Then there's vibes, incoming energy, an alarm clock, wake up, and 47 is protection. Able to weather the storms of life. They are able to weather the storms of life. I'm going to say this is coming up because this is what was floated out there. But, like how we had 88, the scarab is... I never can remember the scarab. One day it'll sink in. An eternal cycle. I think this is just coming up because it kind of is that eternal cycle, and that there was 2 serial Ks coming up in this thing. And that's just the energy around the situation. So... for now, I'm discarding that. Something's coming here where There's a storm brewing. There's a relationship problem. Someone's hoping to, like, we can just move on with the relationship. Let's just start over. There's like, there was some affair maybe that kind of affected why we want to get out of this relationship. But this is kind of like, no. 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 Okay, let me clean up these cards and then we'll continue on. All right, let's pull these guys out and see what information can we find out about the culprit, the perpetrator who took Patrice's life. Fragmentation. It's like someone who can compartmentalize stuff. Gilded regret. We already had a regret card. That's interesting because I don't know that the, our serial Ks over here have much regret. Do they? I don't know. Fated to suffer. This is planned. You're fated to suffer. Somehow they can compartmentalize. And alone in the world. This is almost to me like knowing, targeted. I know when she's going to be alone in the world. My perfect opportunity. Which, I mean, it could be a serial K. It could be if they're stalking. It just doesn't, I don't know if I'm getting that yet. All right. Let's continue on with that. All right. Patrice. What was going on the day before Patrice disappears? Actually, sorry, got these wrong. 1, 2, 3. I was doing a different spread in my mind. 1, 2, 3. Got it. So the day before Patrice goes missing, there is family conflict going on. The major past struggle is there's a smothering person, an insecure person, a person who's like obsessed with her. And the future event is having problems with a relationship. This says commitment issues. The overriding concern is that this relationship will be complete. The fear here is this person's not going to give up, right? They're like pestering, obsessed, not going to give up. There's fighting, drama. This is like her saying that she's thinking about leaving, right? She's ready to leave. She's not quite sure, though. It doesn't look like she has her plans nailed down for the future, which way she's going to go, how it's all going to shake out. But her main obstacle is getting going. That's the main obstacle. So, and it looks like it's having to do with a relationship here, and her main obstacle is getting going in that direction, getting away, leaving. This relationship is done. No more. I'm ready to leave. So that's what she's thinking about, allegedly, my opinion, the day before she goes missing. Okay. What I don't have a time of when she got to the salon. Two regular customers arrived at the salon for their appointments, but she was nowhere to be found. And what happens in the 13-minute window? That's all. There's 13 minutes of time. When someone came in and took Patrice, what happened in the 13-minute window? There's this obsessive person, the person who's obsessed with her. This is what's going on. The person who's obsessed with her does not want to let go of her. Not ready to let go. Does not want this to happen. Does not want to end the relationship. No. This is like, and the situation's dire. This is feeling very much like I want to talk to you. I want to weigh our options. I want to see how we can move forward in fairness and integrity. Like there's something like that. I want to move forward in fairness and integrity. I want to, you know, it's a win-win solution for both of us. It's a ruse to me because it's to get her to the car, in my opinion. There's some type of ruse, like, just come out to the car a minute, just come on. I want you to see, I'm like trying to figure out how we can do this. And here she is, and then it's done. The events that get set into motion, I don't know that this is when she passes as soon as she gets into this car, but it's kind of like there's no coming back from this. Like whoever's done this says she's captured, she's done. She realizes that she is in danger. She knows she's made an error in judgment. She's very worried about what's going on, and she has some idea, like, I know who's behind this. This person, we got to figure out who this person is. Someone wants her to explore legal options in the car with her. Come outside. I got the stuff in my car. Come outside. I got the stuff in the car. But it's like this happens quick. She gets in the car and then she's trying to figure out how to get out of this. Who is this guy? Okay, what's next? There's almost like this idea, like whoever this guy is, to me, in my opinion, feels like an intermediary, a go-between. It's like, oh, I know you want to get out. I got it. That's why I'm here to bring you those solutions, right? And I want everything to be fair for you, you know, like, but it's like, as soon as she gets in the car, it's like game over. Like, she already knows it's game over. And it's interesting. It's kind of like she was caught. She was the prize that was caught in the trap. Under the ruse of, come out to my car. I want to talk about this solution. Thinking big picture. We're going to leave. We're going to go. And then it's like, I don't know where she ended up. That 11 miles from her salon was like the original location, drop spot. They even seem to have some type of remorse here. Like, I didn't want to have to do this. You seem like a nice lady and all. And I'm not thinking that this go-between is that they hired a serial K to do the job. That doesn't feel right to me either. But this is almost like, I don't know exactly how she goes to the other side. It's quick. And I hear a pop, but I don't know if that pop is because of a bang bang or if the pop is because there's like a neck breaking, like a pop. I don't know. But it feels like it's quick. And then it's like, I don't know what to do with her quite yet. And oh gosh, I'm sorry. Like, there's almost like this talking to her in her, like, her body. Gosh. It's like, I went to one place. This is not going to work. It's not a professional. This doesn't feel like a professional, but that whoever did this is happy to let a serial K take the blame. They always like to take the blame. Let them have this one. God. This is like if this is not a slimy type lawyer, it's like a something. This is like for hire, in my opinion. This is for hire. This is like this person, like, gosh. It's a plan. We need to get her out of here. We need to stop this. How does this in-between dude get involved in this? It seems just, it's a weird person that I'm sensing. Like, it's a guy who, he's a jack of all trades, if you get my drift. If you need him to rough somebody up, he will. If you need him to take someone out, he will. If you need him to rob a car, he will. But he feels bad about doing it. So how does this guy get into the situation? He's paid. He's told a story of lies. He is misrepresenting who Patrice is. Whoever's hired him has misrepresented who Patrice is to him. She's XYZ. Insert whatever disparaging remark. King of Wands. This is a controlling, independent, my way or the highway guy is at the center of the situation who pays this dude, this guy who took Patrice off the earth plane, who feels bad about it. He's the one who he pays for this. Then afterwards, I don't know if this is like, I don't know if this was a big story at the time. Somehow things get put into focus. I don't know if he sees interviews with Patrice's family or he sees police reports. He realizes he's lied to, and it confirms that idea, like, you're a nice lady though. Hate to do this to you. Or that regret that he feels. Because it's almost like, that's not what I was told about her at all. I mean, she seemed like a nice lady, but now I see everybody else loved her too. Gosh. And, it's not, I don't know. I don't want to say it's like Of Mice and Men, you know, that character, Lenny. But it's kind of like someone got lured in to do this under false pretenses, got paid to do this for the Godfather. The Godfather wanted his way. The Godfather is fiery. He has a fiery temper. If Godfather wants what he wants, and he's going to get it, by golly. There's no two ways about it. Did Patrice know who this was? The middleman. Did Patrice know the middleman? No, she doesn't. This is like, I don't even know, like, that she was aware that middle guy here was watching or recruited for the job. This is just her living her life. She's just doing everything she can. She's surrounded by all this like no good energy, but I don't know that she's even aware like how no good it is. It's like there's all this against her. She has no idea. Like she wouldn't suspect a thing. This King of Wands Emperor type person, the controlling, greedy, immature, power-hungry guy's here behind it. Gotta take care of her. She gotta get out. We're done. Oh, golly pie. So, let's just pull cards real quick, just to clarify why did this one come up? Why did this Serial K card come up? Is it because a couple of them wanted to take credit? Because they got nothing. They've got nothing. Law enforcement, in terms of like whoever this middleman is. This is why they were looking at these, I guess, two ding-dongs who wanted to take, I did it. Because they don't have anything. they don't have enough to go after middleman. And it looks like what the cards are saying is there's evidence out in the forest, but this is 2004. It's almost 20 years later, 19 years. I don't know if they're going to find the evidence now, but this is because they can't move forward into this is why. All right. So I don't think it is. I think I'm just going to say I agree with the family's suspicions here. That's horrible. Well, let's see if there's going to be... The investigators need someone with a clue or vital information to help solve the case of Patrice. Is someone going to come forward and tell what they know? Is someone going to come forward and get Patrice justice? Oh, there's King of Wands again. Well, someone's still worried about being found out. That's for sure. Currently, it looks like they've left the area. Oh, that's kind of hopeful. Hierophant card, that's institutions. This is like starting over the investigation, going back over information. I'm not going to say this is 100% that Patrice gets justice. However, like we saw before, I don't think the cops have forgotten this case. I don't think it's cold. I think they're like still looking at it. There's people that still care and trying to solve this. And this is like needing to start over, right? I think they're going to have to start this one over, back from the beginning, go into it blind. But it does look like we got Big Daddy Godfather over here, secrets to be revealed about him. So there might be something that's going to come out about this this guy. Something's going to come out about this guy and help her. So I'm hopeful. Say a prayer. Say a prayer that Patrice's family and she gets justice, because this shit ain't right. All right, with that, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Adios.